Hello, all my TW555 members here at Midway. My name's Eric Perez, and welcome back to the Quick Question Podcast. I'm your host. I am one of your union station reps. I'm one of the alternates, and my co-host is your safety station rep, Hugo. Hugo. Hugo.
Yeah, hold on, see.
Hugo.
Oh, no, Cletus, no, don't ring me up. Oh,
Hugo.
Shit, I'm doing a podcast.
Oh, welcome back.
Oh, hey, how's it going?
Well, now that he's up, speaking of sleeping, all my TW555 members, don't forget, you cannot sleep at work. All right? I know you may feel a little comfortable, but unfortunately, there are a lot of people that are getting caught, and they are being written up. You cannot sleep at work. You cannot sleep on the clock.
Right. If anybody's near this person and you see, management walking around, please, wake them up. Do them a favor.
And if you are woken up, do not give them attitude. You cannot give them attitude because unfortunately, you're not supposed to be sleeping. You have no argument. We don't have no argument. So please, that's a big topic going on right now. There are a lot of agents getting written up for sleeping. So please be careful.
Right. Watch out for each other, please.
Yeah.
That's all we ask for.
Okay. I mean, we know a guy, people do a lot of hours out there, and I've seen a lot of guys clock in on Monday, clock out on Thursdays. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. But hey,
get it.
Just remember, you cannot sleep. All right. So now, again, welcome back. And this is our second episode, episode 2. We're going to dig into a few things here. But again, we're going to start off first, Hugo, with how you doing, man?
I'm doing fine.
Anything new in the world?
Let's see. What is new in the world of safety? Yes. Well, we got news from the city ops safety meeting that they actually had for the first time since COVID times. They have not been meeting.
That's about 3 years.
Yeah. Tell me about it. Like, all of a sudden they want to wake up and do a meeting. But yes, they are noticing that driving within the safety zones is pretty bad. We actually almost had a close call. We had an incident where an agent almost hit another agent. They were in the safety zone. They were working a flight, and this agent just, flew right in there. So please, when you're, driving around the safety zone, drive slow. Drive, walking speed. If you're, if you're going at a pace as the person beside you that's walking, you're at a good pace. If you're putting the pedal to the metal, then you're speeding. All right. Let's have some common sense there, folks.
Yes, please. Because again, you guys, if you hit somebody, you could really ruin, somebody's life here. You know what I mean? Now they can't provide for their family. There's a lot more to it than just somebody just going to the hospital. There's more to it than that. There's just, however it takes to heal, let alone whatever it takes for their family to keep going. I mean, you end up ruining a lot of stuff if you hurt somebody.
Right, and this person's going to be in pain for the rest of their life, and it changes their life. So.
It changes it indefinitely.
And they're also getting radar guns out there. Everybody's saying, oh, what about, putting speedometers in our tugs? It's not really for us per se. That's why I just put in my post to watch out how you're driving and, how to gauge how to drive. But they did notice some speeders out there, and we're talking, from Provo to Menzies to, all these other vendors out there that are driving pretty erratic. And that's a big issue. That was a big issue that's been brought up many times in our safety meetings.
Yeah, people, when you said it, people are actually, when you posted it, people are thinking that it's just them.
No.
It's not just them. It's not just us guys. It's not just the rampers. Trust me, it's everybody.
It's everybody. So I probably should have worded it right, but me.
Well, no, the thing is, when he posts it, it's for us. You know what? It's for everybody, but, he's just looking out for us. That's the thing. He's looking out for us. You don't worry about Menzies. You don't worry about nobody else. What we're worried about is each other.
Correct.
So.
And another quick thing from that came out of that safety meeting was the safety vest compliance. A lot of people, walk out there with their safety vest, but it's half opened. You're supposed to have your, vest closed up. That's an actual OSHA guideline. It's obviously see that you're there. A lot of people say, oh, well, it's on. No, yes, it's on. When you're driving, believe it or not, whether it be a lav truck or a freight truck, you are supposed to be wearing your safety vest as well.
Yeah, all your de-icers, freight truck, all those guys, gotta wear the vest inside. I know it sucks. You got to wear it in there. Now, when it comes to these guys giving out tickets, there's not the union can do anything. It's not Southwest. It's not a Southwest problem. It's actually your problem with the city. We can't do anything with the city. They're going to issue your citation. And even if you were to argue it with Southwest, that's actually a violation in our contract and our ground ops manual too. So instead of them helping you, they're probably just going to write you up for not wearing your vest. So it's a double negative there. It's a double-edged sword. Yeah. So just wear your vest, close it up. I mean, it's up to you. If you want to pay the money and the write-up, it's really up to you. But just wear the vests.
Right, and I know we got some old heads out there that have that blue raincoat. You wear your vest over that as well. A lot of people think, well, it's blue and it has a reflective material. No, it's not enough, and that's not the OSHA guideline. So please wear that over it. The reason why they're coming hard on us is because they deem that the company is not doing enough to fix that, which means they're not writing you up a lot.
No. And again, guys don't know, like the company could be, they could do it, but I guess they give it to us to handle ourselves, and unfortunately, we're not handling it. So now the city just is going to get in on it. It sucks, but it is what it is, unfortunately, for now.
Yep.
I mean, who knows? I mean, they always do this. They always go on little rants, and it lasts for like a week or two, and then it just goes right back to what it was.
Right.
So, I mean, it's just
It's going to be some random stuff.
It's a revolving door.
Right? And it's actually been happening. We have people actually walking out from, B14, B12, whatever, going over to T-Point, over to that, our secret getaway where we get out of the building. And they caught them without their vests, and they actually fined them. Some in the morning as well when they were coming up from T-Point going back to work. Well, I'm not on the clock. It's not that you're on the clock. You're on the airfield. So that is, you're susceptible for a fine.
It's their rules. I'm not messing with the city. Again, they will pull your badge. And, we've had a few guys give some attitude, and they don't care. They'll just pull your badge.
Yeah.
They'll just shut your badge off and then let you deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
We don't mess with the city. 'Cause if you want to mess with them, go on ahead. We have nothing to do with that one. Nope. You take your chances with that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's it for me right now. What about you, Eric? What's going on?
So before I actually get into anything, I'm going to go into protected hours. But right now, we're going to go into the meetings we had with the managers.
Yes.
Our district rep, Dan Chris, we call him DC.
Right.
So DC's our district rep. He usually sometimes comes in whenever he has an issue or he wants to talk to the station manager about something. So we had a meeting with them. I was able to get in there and take some notes from what's going on and what his concerns are with Midway. The only issue he has that he brought up to Q, who is our station manager, it's Quentin, we call him Q. So they notice that he's noticing that there's a lot of overzealous soups out there. I mean, that's how he says it, that are just writing people up, for any little reasons. And he believes that there's a lot of these write-ups that could be, coached rather than just straight write-up.
Right, straight discipline, come on.
Yeah, just straight. They don't even talk to them. They just say, okay, you did this
right.
Out of it.
Straighten them out of it.
We could. If you're going to coach these guys, you're going to make them mad right away by just bringing them right up. We told them, hey, there's ways to actually go about it before the actual write-up. And again, he was very... He was very empathetic to what DC was talking about. He's gonna whenever we bring stuff to him, he goes at it right away. He investigates. DC was also saying that there's some soups with some bad attitudes out there. And again, we're not here to judge. I'm not here to judge. We don't bash the company. It's just something that we're here listening. This is all from agents that if you want to stay anonymous, that's fine. So that's how we kept it. We didn't drop any names. We're just getting feedback from the agents, and that's what's happening. They're saying some of the soups have bad attitudes when they're trying to coach them, and accuse. Again, whenever he says bring anything to him, and he does investigate everything, they have, they don't just police us. They do police the soups. They do police the managers. And there's not, we're not saying all of them are, the DC understands it's not all of them. There's always some of them. There's always one of those, everyone has bad apples, that can ruin the whole thing. So it's not saying we're not generalizing all the soups and managers, because there is actually a lot of good ones out there. So I don't want to sit there and generalize the entire soups and managers. But also, Q has also told us that there are a lot of agents that need to stop snapping on these soups and managers right away. There are soups and managers that are coming to them with problems. Now, it's not good. You guys gotta understand something. They do have a company to run. They gotta approach you somehow. Now, if they approach you with a bad attitude, that's a different story. But if they're approaching you and trying to coach you and trying to say, hey, you made a mistake, what's going on? And then you just automatically start snapping, then we're in a different situation. You know what I mean? If you did make the mistake, you own up to it.
Yeah.
Own up to it. You made the mistake, and they're just going to go over it with you. Now, whether they write you up or not, well, that's a different story. If they write you up, then that's when you bring it to us. And then we'll grieve it, and we'll figure out what happened. We'll investigate everything. You do not have to give them attitude. And if you say, you know what, we'll discuss this, but I need a rep here, and then they have to go get a rep. If they're going to say anything, if you ask for a union rep, they have to go get one. And that's fine. And you can sit there and you wait for it. And you don't have to answer those questions if you don't have to, but I'm pretty sure they'll go get a rep. A lot of these guys are, we're available most of the week. Then the weekends are kind of hard because most of us are off, but we've been trying to find ways to get anybody on the weekend. But during the weekdays, we're pretty much there. But yeah, we do have to actually, we have to improve ourselves just as much as they have to improve themselves. So, but also, Q also proposed that have a monthly meeting with the actual union reps and the mid managers so we can help the relationships and good dialogue with the agents, just something that we can work on to where, if they have an issue, if you made a mistake and they have an issue and they approach you, a professional way like they're supposed to, and I have no idea we don't know what the soups, what the directives are. We don't know what the job duties are. It's between them. The only thing we know is our ground ops manual and our contract. So however they're supposed to do that, but we're just trying to help the good dialogue and good relationships with our managers, supervisors, and our agents and our members. So those are the only details I have from those meetings. I don't know exactly how they're going to go, but he just is proposing that to us. We still don't know how it's going to go yet.
Right. Well, I wish them luck because a little communication and education does go a long way, and I'm always an advocate about that.
I'm hoping it goes well because, I'm not hearing too much about any soups really mistreating any kind of agents. I've heard a lot of good things out there. Yeah. There's your select a couple of incidents here and there, but nothing really drastic. So,
right.
But anytime that does happen, we do address it, but you have to bring it to us. That's just the thing. You guys got to bring it to us.
Right. If they don't know, how are they going to say anything?
Yeah. The last thing, he said Quinn is in the future, in the next few weeks, is going to have a big town hall meeting in the break room. He wants to hear from you guys. They all want to hear from you guys and any questions, concerns you have. So look out for it. It's going to be in the break room. So plan for it. I know it's probably going to be during our lunches, so plan for it if you guys want to. But I think you guys should say whatever you need to say. Make sure you make it professional. Make sure it's professional. Make sure it's the point. We don't want people to come in with we don't want people coming with with whining stories. It has to be legit stories. That's something that they can fix, legit gripes. And I hope you guys really go out there and you guys let them know what you guys need to let them know. Anything you guys have out there that they should know, let them know. And that's pretty much it from that end. From the meeting that I got from them, it was lasted like pretty much an hour, but we got a lot out of it. So I'm hopefully. Good things come out from this big town hall.
Absolutely. I hope so too.
Hugo.
Yes.
What's going on over there in Safety World?
Oh, Safety Land. Well, they were supposed to be closing B23 and B25. That's still up in the air. So we might be seeing closures from B8 to B12. Now, be mindful, they're going to reroute the service road. So I'm not sure if they're actually going to restripe it like last time over there at B1, or are they going to put barriers? So please, when you're driving, make sure you're within the barriers and be careful out there because there's going to be people working as well. They're going to be destroying the concrete and they're going to be laying down more new concrete. The B8 and B12, that's going to be a little weird. They might actually move the yard over to Bravo 8 for a while. But right now everything's up in the air because there's been some miscommunication and there's also been some scheduling mishaps as well. Not everything is aligning. So yeah, so it's city stuff. So it's going to be pretty crazy in May. So as soon as more information comes out, I will be letting you guys know.
Yeah, they'll probably make it up as they go.
Yep.
That's pretty much how it works. All right. So what I want to talk about actually, it's a big topic. What's going on is our protected hours. What are protected hours? Okay, those are hours. Those are hours that protect your sick hours from any kind of discipline. So you have to earn these protected hours. We are allotted 40 hours per year. And we have to earn them. They're just not given to us. So for every 40 hours that you work, you will receive one protected hour. All right, so if you just keep working, not doesn't mean like 40 hours a week. No, if you do 80 hours a week, then that's 2 hours of protected hours.
Does overtime count?
Any kind of hours.
No way.
Any kind of hours.
Wow.
Any
Okay.
hours that you work count towards those hours. So,
Awesome.
overtime. What the hell is overtime?
I don't know.
Yeah, that disappeared fast now,
Yeah,
didn't it?
no.
And we'll see it here and there. I'm hoping with the 250 flights, we see it more. But
Yeah.
we'll see. But keep going for protected hours. All right. So in order for you to use your protected hours, so once you build up enough, suppose you build up 8 hours. So you build up 8 hours. Well, now remember, there's full-time and part-time. So obviously full-time would be 8 hours. Part-time would be 6 hours. So remember that. Okay. Whenever I keep talking about the hours, just remember part-timers, it's 6 hours for you. And full-time, it's 8 hours for you. Now, the crazy thing I found out was the fact that even though we go to 40 hours, so that we think it's 5 days, but actually for part-timers it's 6 days. They get
no
to go
way.
there. They get an extra day.
Oh.
Yeah, that's nuts. But the
Well then.
yeah, that's interesting for them. That's great for them, but
Yeah.
shitty for us. But hey, you know what? Whatever. It is what it is. So
They deserve a little something.
yeah, why not? So protected hours. So in order to use them, so once you have to have sick hours in order to use them. It's CB because the protected hours have to protect something. They're protecting your sick hours. So in order for you to use 8 hours of protected hours, you got to have 8 hours of sick hours. So once you do that, you're able to call off on a shift, and then you will not be issued a point. So in case you don't want to, you get sick and you don't want to use a doctor's note, you could just use that. I'm sorry about that. My mouth was so dry. Jesus Christ.
Thirsty, my friend?
Yeah, I'm sorry. All right. Anyway, so now, you got to you have the same amount of sick hours as you do. So if you have hundreds and hundreds upon hours of sick hours, then you have to worry about that. But if you're one of those like me that live off every month of the hours, and you know what, you have to really make sure that you have enough hours in your sick bank in order to use your protected hours. Or else, guess what? You're just going to receive a point if you don't have enough. Now we get to drop instead of negatives. We get to go down as far as -8. Part-timers, you can go far down as -6. Now, the reason being for that is because our hours don't get dropped into our bank until the third of the month, the third of each month. So they give us the negatives in order just to help us with that. And then they dump all our hours on the third of the month. It's just like our sick hours. We accrue 6 hours every month, and it gets dumped in our bank every second or third of the month. I'm not sure, but for sick hours, you earn those every month, no matter what. As long as you're an active employee, you're going to earn sick hours. So protected hours, you have to actually work them. So to use them, now when you use them, you can call in, you can say sick hours, but no, you could just if you could do that, but there's no point. Just call in sick because according to the state law, the Southwest is going to use those hours every time you call in sick. Anytime you use sick hours, they have to be used first, no matter what. Now, if you don't want to use your protected hours, then you actually have to waive them. The waiver is by the bins, where you get your FTO bids and your dat day bids, and your pay discrepancies sheets. There's a bid in there for your waiver to waive your protected hours. It's pretty easy. All you do is just put your dates and the days you called in sick or you want to waive your hours, and you fill out your information. You treat your waiver like a doctor's note. You fill it out. Well, you get your doctor's note, but with the waiver, you fill it out and you turn it into the COM soup. The COM soup is going to do the same thing with a doctor's note. They're going to initial it, they're going to date it, and they're going to give you a copy. Make sure you hold on to those copies, because if they lose the originals, then your copy will help me actually argue that you turned one in. I can't help you unless you have that copy. They will not take it because it doesn't prove. I have to prove that you actually turned it in. You can say it all you want, but they're not going to believe that. They're going to want proof. That's why we say make sure you get a copy of everything, your doctor's note and your waiver, just in case. Now, remember, that goes with NCOs, with non-chargeable occurrences. If you use your NCO and you say, I'm going home sick on my NCO, on my non-chargeable occurrence, and you have to actually waive those too. If you don't waive them, then they're going to use your 4 hours of your protected hours. So make sure you do waive them if you want to use your NCO. People have said, I'll just keep using NCOs. No, you only have one NCO. When it comes to protected hours, you can go home sick. And if you come into work and you got 7 hours left, and you feel sick and you got to go home, and you have enough sick hours and protected hours, and you can use your protected hours and go home.
All right.
Yes. Even if you got 3 hours left, you can go home sick. Use your 3 hours of your protected hours. That's just what they're for.
Cool.
That's what they're for. So, but even if you use it on your FMLA, you got to make sure you waive them, or else they're going to use them. Now, here's well, I'm going to say shitty because here's the shitty part.
What's
the shitty part is if you call in on your double, you're using 16 hours of protected hours, but you're only paid for 8.
Oh.
I have to look at that. I think that's full of crap. But unfortunately, right now, that's what I'm hearing. Again, I have to get more facts on that because that is garbage. But I'm pretty sure that's wrong. But again, just don't quote me on it. But that's what they're doing right now. They are taking, if you're on a double and you call off, they're taking 16 protected and they're only paying you for 8. That's wrong.
Ugh.
So at least that's what of course that's how
that kind
that's
of
what I think. Yeah, it does.
Hey, can you overuse your protected hours or Pritzker hours, like people say?
What do you mean overuse them?
Like, say you got, you bring it down to 0 hours. Can you still keep taking more protected hours? Like, does it drop to like negative something, negative 8?
-8, yeah, that's what I said earlier on. Yeah, -8. You go down to -8, and then negative. Oh, that's for full times. -6 for part timers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes, yeah. Welcome back, Hugo.
Oh,
so
sorry, still sleeping. I was listening to another podcast.
Still
Sorry.
sleeping, huh? Yeah, I get it. I can sound boring, but let me see. I'm trying to think of anything else for the PA hours. Just make sure you use them. Just again, now when you get that email, it's not always accurate. It's not always accurate because depending on if you use them, when that email is generated, if you call in sick and use them, it's not going to be accurate. Now, when you see that email, the top number, there's 3 numbers. The one on top is your sick hour. It'll say sick hours. The one in the middle, because people get confused on this, the one in the middle, that's how many you've earned up to that point. All right. So if it says 1, that means you only have 1 hour of protected hours. Now the bottom number is the total amount of hours that you have yet to use and earn. And now you're gonna notice that if you call in sick, that number's gonna keep dropping. It'll say 40 hours, and you call in sick one day and you use your protected hours, it'll drop down to 32, or of how many ever with whatever how many you use. That's gonna drop down. So don't look at that bottom number. That bottom number is just the number that you have left to use and earn. A lot of people are getting confused on that one. It's the middle number is the one you have to. That's how many you earned.
Oh,
all right.
That makes sense.
A little bit. I'll probably have a little bit more. That's all I have on protected hours right now because we have to keep moving and we're trying to keep this down to at least 20, 30 minutes. And we're already at 21.
Oh, crap.
Right, so, Hugo, what else you got for us?
All right, real quick. Tugs. They're actually rebuilding some of these tugs with new batteries. The new batteries are in. Unfortunately, we've been overcharging some of these.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, they've actually found 2 batteries that were going to explode. Luckily, they found them. They pulled them out, and it would have been pretty disastrous if we would have blown up when you're running your bag. So,
Jesus.
Yeah, that's that.
And I'm locals next month.
Oh boy. Well, they're actually rebuilding some of the chargers as well, because I know that's been another issue.
Yes, because that's ridiculous.
Yes, they pulled out a charger from the Triangle, which is over there by Bravo 8. I'm assuming they're going to bring out that other one, and I'm also tasked with finding new spaces for the other chargers because, like I said, there's no access to them by Bravo 23. Well, the one in Bravo 23 is completely dead. It just told me flat out. It's just that's just trash. The one by 24, we're hoping to move that. And I'm hoping to find, GSC is trying to buy more and put them possibly either by Bravo 8 or 10. Another viable location would be Bravo 5 and maybe along the island, 1 or 2 over there, between A4A and A4B.
Man, need some in the yard.
Yep. And real quick, this is very interesting. Last year I brought up ripstop curtains for our carts. We used them a long time ago. They were using them as a test. I don't know what happened to it. They as soon as Tom Amato left, they stopped looking into that. I brought it up one more time. I said, listen, these things last 3-5 years, and you don't have to keep replacing these curtains. They're like, oh yeah, we'll look into it. And like, me, it's like, oh, they're blowing smoke up my ass. But actually, we are gonna get some ripstops soon. Well, maybe not soon, but we have old curtains that we have to go through first. But then the ripstops will be coming in, and that's that for that.
Jeez, nice. All right. Next up, we're going to start. Well, I only got a couple left. Is gate readiness. So I'm not too much on the gates anymore. So I'm trying to get as much information with the gate readiness as I can. But right now, the one thing I could tell you is, folks, is that if you do not have all your stuff, do not mark that you have it. All right. If you do, right now it doesn't matter, but eventually, once you start and you put it down, you're going to get written up if you don't have it. All right. You just, and if you have a soup that says that, I need to know that right away.
Let us know, please.
Yes, please. Because Q was telling me that they were already, he was already came across a couple of soups that did that, and he made sure that he let them know that they can't be doing that. They cannot be doing that. But if you do get any soups that do tell you that, I need to know as soon as possible. That way I can let them know they're not supposed to be telling you to do it if you don't have it.
No.
All right. So if you don't have it, do not. Because again, so if anything were to happen, any kind of delay, and like, okay, what happened? And then like, well, now they said they had 2 belt loaders and they didn't. So now you are probably going to get written up. I'm not sure if you will or not, but more than likely you probably get written up because you said you had it and you really didn't. Right. So just make sure, no matter how long it takes, no matter what anybody tells you, if you do not have all your equipment there, then you do not fill out the gate readiness and you don't check that box off. You check if you have the other stuff, cool, check them off. But if you don't have your belt loaders, if you don't have your wands, if you have anything else that says that you have, do not check it off. And if you don't get to a soup, get on your radio, just say, hey, look, I don't have my belt loaders. Hey, I'm trying to look for a belt loader. There's none around. Can you help me? Make sure that you let them know. That's it for the gate readiness right now. The next would be the premium days. I'm going to run through premium days right quick because some people are getting confused. They kept asking me, hey, we're going to get that on Easter, right? Like, no, there's only 4 premium days. And it's it's Mother's Day, Father's Day, July 4th, and New Year's Day. Those are the only days that you get premium days. So what happens on premium days, instead of getting only if you work, if you're off, then you're shit out of luck. Sorry. But if you do work, your regular pay is going to be paid at overtime. And if you pick up anybody else's shift, it's going to stay overtime. Now, if you pick up overtime, it'll become double time. And if you are on double time, then it'll be triple time. All right. So remember, 4 days out of the year: Mother's Day, Father's Day, 4th of July, and New Year's Day. And let me tell you something, folks. I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of moms at work and fathers. They couldn't not before.
Oh yeah.
They had families. Now all of a sudden, family can wait one more day. Probably.
They see me tomorrow.
Yeah, they'll see me Saturday. Us Latinos would be like, we celebrate Mother's Day on Saturday, so we're going to work on Friday. We're going to work on Sunday.
You're right.
But yeah. But remember, it's only 4: Mother's Day, Father's Day.
We need more of those days.
Yeah,
That's just me.
We do. Yeah, we do. We need Flag Day.
Yes.
We need Memorial Day. We need
President's Day.
And my birthday. That's what we need it for.
All righty. About that, but okay.
All right, Hugo, you got anything else? I think we're almost about to wrap it up soon.
Just one quick reminder, tag outs. Please don't yank them off the equipment. People are asking me why isn't some of this shit fixed? Well, I went up to a power stove that said, hey, this one's not working. It has four rollers out. Like, all right, fine. I'll go take it. And behind the seat, I pulled out a tag out that was, taken off for the same thing 3 days ago. So if you want the shit fixed, you know what? Put the tag outs on. Let the supervisor know. Supervisor's going to notify the comm. They're going to input it into the EBIS. It goes up to the screens at GSE, and then they either come pick it up or they ask me to go pick it up.
You guys can tag these things out, so you don't really need us you don't need a safety rep.
No, you don't.
Don't tag it out. You bring it. You could bring the sheet the little slip to us, and then we'll make sure. And you bring another one to the soup. I know it's some extra steps that nobody wants us to do, but you can either sit there with those 4 rollers that are not working on that belt loader, or you can actually tag it out and do something about it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And those are transfer drivers. You guys got that one that takes forever, or the one with the doors that unless you do something, they're not gonna. No one's gonna know. And you want us, the safety reps have their own stuff to do as it is. You know what I mean? There are days, they do get taken offline to check as much stuff as they can tag out, and they do tag it out, but they only do it twice a month. Well, once or twice a month.
We do it once a month.
We do it once a month, so that's even worse. So once a month, but you guys have the power to do it. You just have to do it.
Yes.
You know what I mean? I get the excuse that everybody wants to use it. Well, I pay union dues. They're supposed. Well, guess what? So do we.
Still your duty.
What I mean? So do we.
But
we step forward and we actually step up and do it. You guys can do the same thing. You don't need to be a safety rep. You can actually make the change. You can make the change and make this a lot better for all of us if you just tag it out instead of saying, "Hey, look, I'm going to sit here. I'm going to work with 4 rollers on a power saw. I'll just keep pushing, or have somebody come in and help me." Or you just tag it out and then and then give it to us, and then we'll go from there. That's all you have to do. So, So moving on. That's pretty much going to cover this episode of the Quick Question. So if you guys please keep tuning in. We're going to have again more information. We're going to try to get this every week because there is new information that you guys need to know every week. So again, keep tuning in. Hugo.
All right, guys, this is a great episode, great podcast. please listen to us and spread the word. And,
Yes. Please spread the word. If you guys have any questions for us, please email us, mdwquickquestion@yahoo.com, or Facebook message us, or come talk to us anywhere in the break room or at the union office. Give us whatever information you guys need to help us out with this podcast. Anything to help us what you need to know. All right. So, again, I'm Eric Perez, along with my co-host, Hugo Valles. We thank you for listening to the Quick Question Podcast. See you all next week.
And like always, let's be safe out there. This is the Hetton Camel signing off.